A lot of black people are Irish, and they don't know it. People from the UK, Scotland, and Ireland. The Irish and Scots migrated, and they interbred throughout the Americas and the Caribbean. Which is one reason why when you talk to the Jamaicans, as well as other people in the Bahamas and the Caribbean, they've got a bit of a Scottish-Irish accent. Anybody who says that the way that Jamaicans sound and the way that Irish and Scottish people sound, that it's not similar, that person has not cleaned out the garbage in their eardrum. What this does is it opens up the door to understand that the term black and white, those are just terms. They didn't exist until after the 1500s. After the 1500s, we really started to enslave each other. This is why that term black and white started to become used after the 1500s. Don't believe me? Just look it up. Before, you were really just more swarthy or copper colored. You weren't considered more black, you were considered more dark. Because remember, the true colors of Israel equals not just black, my brother. Even though we all have probably more of a melanated ancestry than we would like to admit. It's every color of the rainbow. It's also represented by Joseph's coat of many colors, and that also helps to represent the 12 sons, which is a direct representation of the 12 tribes and where we're at today. Because they don't want us to know that we're all kind of related, because then that spell of race would continue to take over our lives, and we wouldn't be able to have freedom, which, remember, we're in a race regarding our own race. They make us judge other people's race, keeping us in a race. But now that you have the truth, you can help set the pace. When we remember that we come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that our alphabet comes from the Alav and the Beit in Hebrew, the first two characters. It's not a Greek alphabet. Well, they made the alphabet Greek, but it comes from the Alav and the Beit, the Hebrew. Phoenician, Canaanite, Hebrew, the real Hebrew. They're all basically the same Paleo script. This is why you have the Americans, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, Mexican, and don't forget about our African brothers, because the Khan equals the king, the priest, the ruler. Before you could become a king, you first had to learn the Torah, which is why we have the Hill of Torah, or the Hill of Tara in Ireland. Thanks, Tia Teffy. And Jeremiah, whose Irish name was Olafola, and he's buried in Ireland too. So how come Ireland and Scotland, and you could even say Jamaica, many of these islands, they produce the greatest scholars that the world has ever seen? Because it's also part of a prophetic gifting, blessing they don't want you to know about. Because then you would learn that you're under the order of Melchizedek, which is a game changer. You enter any courtroom, and if they deny you after you have said your P's and your Q's correctly, we'll get them off the bar real quick. Anyways, this is also why we made y'all the Health Bible. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. Learn who and what you are at jacobslink.com, or hit the link in the bio instead.